What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie, Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about The Batman Who Laughs #4 by Scott Snyder and Jacques. But before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click. The last time we left off, our Dark Knight Bruce Wayne had finally succumbed to the Joker toxin that was slowly turning him in to the Batman Who Laughs. And in this issue, we see that he hasn't completely succumbed to it, but if you went back to the one-shot origin story, The Batman Who Laughs #1, that came out during Dark Knight's Metal, you would see some very strong similarities in how Bruce Wayne is talking, how he is being narrated. Some of the key things you start noticing when you go through this issue, at certain points, his speech bubbles, you'll see certain words pop in. Even in his narration boxes, you'll see certain words pop in red to be much more like how the Batman Who Laughs speaks. And sometimes it's words that are just very cleverly thrown in there to express how Bruce Wayne really feels, or maybe just an alternative to how he normally thinks. When Alfred finds him, because Alfred is the one who discovers him, he freaks out. He snatches the visor off of Bruce Wayne's head. And it's here that we do kind of learn how it works. It's one of the main questions I think has been coming up ever since Dark Knight's Metal started. How the hell does the Batman Who Laughs actually see with that thing on, this huge visor on with these big spikes coming out of it? Like is it some kind of sonar? The answer is simply that it is a visor made up of dark metal, and it allows him to see things, the deepest, darkest fears, the things that people are afraid of. Not only that, but it also lets him see a person's urges and desires, which kind of explains why he was able to tell what certain people were thinking, what they were really wanting when he was talking to him during Dark Knight's Metal, and even up to this point. Now, I mean, granted, some of that we could say, oh, of course he would know what Batman thinks, because he's Batman as well, just even though it's from another universe, but still, he is using this visor to give himself this information. Not only can he use it in that way, he can also use it to filter out anything that he doesn't want to see, and only see what he wants to see. And the reason that Batman has made his own visor is because he wants to use it to be able to see where the Batman Who Laughs is planning his next strike, because you got to remember, he's about to unleash this high concentrated level of Joker toxin on the city and basically turn everyone into a fill-in-the-blank who laughs. And though Alfred isn't crazy about the idea of Batman, using these methods, giving in to his darker urges, the thing that has separated him from being the monster as opposed to being the one who catches the monster, this book is a very introspective look at Batman. I mean, and I'm just going to get that out of the way now, because even going to how he views his Robins, why the Robins stay so high above the city versus how he likes to stay lower to the ground so that he can kind of see the city for what it really is, whereas the Robins like to be above it, which is why typically the Robins usually have the brighter outlook on things, because they're not down in the muck, in the grime, the way Batman usually is, but that's neither here nor there. The main thing is, this is all about how Batman sees the world, especially now that, he's been hit with the Joker toxin and is about to turn. And of course, it also tells us what he sees when he's looking through the visor, and I won't lie, man, it's very haunting stuff. Like when we see what Bruce sees when he has the visor on, like when he looks at Alfred and Alfred is basically telling him that he loves him, you can see these apparitions around Alfred that are saying the exact opposite. Multiple ones at that, so it makes you wonder if what the Batman Who Laughs, is actually seeing, if it's even really real. You're probably wondering, how was he able to make this visor? Well, I mean, come on, it's Batman. Of course he kept the dark metal that appeared in Gotham from Challenger's Mountain during Dark Knight's Metal after everything went away. Of course he did. Why would he not have? This is Batman we're talking about. But the thing you really need to know is that the Batman Who Laughs, though he does have Gordon, he has not killed him yet, and in fact, he's planning to make him watch everything that he's about to do. And at this precise moment, we know that the Grim Knight still ain't happy about this Earth Prime version of Jim Gordon. Even though it's not the Gordon that, gave him fits, this is still a Gordon and he wants to get his revenge. We get a really cool scene in this book where the Batman Who Laughs is talking to Jim Gordon. He's telling him that he's his best friend, but also juxtapositioning it to let him know that Jim Gordon is also the reason that he is what he is. That it wasn't necessarily Joker pushing him to the edge, it was the fact that Gordon pushed him to the edge when he died, because when Gordon died, Gordon still wanted to try to take the Joker down by the book, and that's not the way it was going to work, and Batman ultimately wound up killing the Joker because he was so grief-stricken. I mean, granted, it was all the stuff that was going on. Joker was killing parents in front of their children, and then putting spraying the Joker toxin on the kids and then turning them into Jokerized versions of themselves. But it wasn't just that, it was the fact that Joker had literally killed everybody. Joker had gotten to the point where he had killed just about every person that Batman cared about. Minus the family, but you know, still. But Gordon was the one that pushed Batman over the edge and ultimately led to him being more interested in the idea of killing the Joker. Another interesting part of this book comes when we also realize that James Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's wayward son, we discover that while he's coming down off the medication that he's taking because it's about to run out, especially in the wake of the fact that the medication has been discontinued, which I think will probably end up getting walked back because, I mean, it's Bruce Wayne's company who makes this stuff. I mean, come on. And this same medication may even wind up being what saves him. There's a really awesome moment between Batman and James Gordon. Basically, they're having a conversation about, and not really so much a conversation as so much as James is telling Batman his thoughts about killing, about Batman's no-kill code. Which is a very interesting take, especially coming from a guy who is a cold-blooded killer and is also someone who admittedly does not respect Batman's no-kill code. But in this particular state of mind, he's starting to maybe not so much respect it, but definitely have a better understanding of it. But the main thing that comes out of this conversation that's of importance is that has Batman figured out whether or not he has a failsafe? Regardless of whether he ends up killing the Batman who laughs or not, whatever happens, does he have a failsafe for himself? And it's here that we discover that the Joker, who infected him in the first place, he's still around. And this moment is where I think the book gets really weird, because it's where Snyder starts getting into his Snyderisms. We see Batman literally flip out on the Joker and is about ready to kill him. But it's at this point where Joker explains to him that all this time it's been a fight between Batman and Joker. Who would win in the end? Joker admits he doesn't really want either of them to win. He doesn't want himself to win. He doesn't want Batman to win. And at this particular point in time, with the type of odds that Batman is up against, he really just came to wish him good luck. I will say I did think it was really cool the fact that Batman admitted that should he fully turn into the Batman who laughs, he knows he will not have the ability to take himself out, to remove himself from the equation, to kill himself, and basically save the world from him. Because we gotta admit, the Batman who laughs, if he can run fades on the entire Justice League, then yeah, the world's screwed at that point. Especially if he can find more Batman like himself in the dark multiverse. It's a wrap. But I thought it was really cool that Joker was very adamant about the fact that yes, if you turn into the Batman who laughs, I will blow your freaking head off. And I was like, dude, I'm in. I am all in for this. This suddenly went from being an awkward part of the story arc to being my favorite part of the story arc. But at the end of the day, Batman does wind up using his visor to pinpoint where the Batman who laughs is about to strike next. And he goes into Blackgate Prison, where he's met by a guard who happens to be one of the few guards still left in the prison at this point. And at first the guard is scared of him because he sees this Batman and automatically assumes it's the Batman who laughs. But of course, Batman being Batman, he breaks it down and tells him things that only this version of Batman would know, and it calms him down and gets him to, you know, be more on his side. But it's here that he discovers the portal into the dark multiverse where the Batman who laughs is about to strike against the next Bruce Wayne, so he can build up the next 2 canisters of the Joker toxin that he needs so that he can poison the entirety of Gotham. There are 6 canisters in total that he needs. He already has 4 of them. This next one will make 5. So, I mean, he's getting dangerously close to being able to pull off his ultimate plan. And when Bruce goes to this dark multiverse Earth, he is met by the prison warden, Bruce Wayne, in a version of Blackgate that is much larger than the one that he was already standing in. The end of the line is what this Bruce calls it. And of course, this Bruce does not trust him, but it's at this moment we get the heel turn from the guard, because the guard was not who he says he was. He was using a digital mask to cover up his voice and his face, and of course wearing a riot shield. He made himself look and talk like the person that Batman thought he was, flipping a switch and cutting off a path between himself and the Bruce Wayne he's trying to kill and our Batman. And when the Batman who laughs reveals himself after he's already killed this dark Earth version of Bruce Wayne, he convinces the guards that that Batman did it and that he's the one who is the culprit, because he's turned the digital mask back on, so as far as they're concerned, he's just a regular guard. Which you would think that these guards would be able to put 2 and 2 together, that he's standing on the side that the dead Bruce Wayne is on, but neither here nor there. Either way, Batman is cornered, and he's about to get done up by the Blackgate SWAT team. Not only that, but while the Batman who laughs away, the Grim Knight will play, because right now he has set Jim Gordon loose and sicked the Batman who laughs attack Robins on him, chasing him down and biting and ripping and tearing at him. And not only that, but it looks like James Gordon is getting ready to throw away his medication. So, I mean, things are just getting really real right now in this particular issue of The Batman Who Laughs. And it's good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. We got 2 issues left. I like the fact that we are getting development on the Grim Knight. We're still getting development on The Batman Who Laughs. We're getting more development on James Gordon. We're getting more development on Batman as he's turning into the Batman Who Laughs, like, more fully. And we're even getting development on the Joker himself. And it's a beautiful thing. I love what they're doing here. It's really good. And right now, I mean, so far, Scott Snyder has managed to keep this boat on track. He's been able to keep us on course and not run us off into the weeds with a bunch of BS like he did towards the end of Dark Knight's Metal. But I like the tone of this book. I like the fact that it's focusing on what Batman sees, the way he views the world. And I also love how it proves yet again that the Batman Who Laughs is always one step ahead of our Batman. A lot of people wondered how you could make the Batman Who Laughs a villain for Batman in just a normal, comic book setting outside of a major comic book event. And man, this is it. Because I mean, this guy is giving Bruce fits. Just when Bruce finally thinks that he's gotten like a leg up, that he's finally gotten like a lead on the Batman Who Laughs, it turns out that the Batman Who Laughs was already 3 steps ahead of him. But anyways, you let me know what you think about the Batman Who Laughs #4 by Scott Snyder and Jock. Sound off in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers and tap that bell so you know when I post up. And if you want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons as well, swing on over by patreon.com/blerdwithoutfear. And if you chuck in $1, you can get some exclusive content. And if you don't want to become one of Earth's mightiest patrons, that's fine too. Hey, all I ask is that you like this video and share it with your friends. And who knows, maybe they'll become some of Earth's mightiest subscribers too. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and while you're here, go ahead and check out some of these other videos I got floating around here. But until next time, plus ultra! I'ma do it my way, okay? There's something you can ride to and vibe to. There's something you can ride to and vibe to. I'm just giving you the keys to survival.